Ladies and gentlemen, we here.
Football Power Hour.
Oh, happy Monday, first of all. Happy Monday. I hope that all is well and swell. You had a good weekend because I did. Matter of fact, it was just the weekend that any Manchester United could ask for. We were hoping to have Ruud van Nistelrooy have the perfect send off as interim manager. Now, what I want to ask, speaking of Ruud van Nistelrooy, I want to ask this question today to the community because we have kind of had these conversations about him, but not really specifically about not exclusively about him. So today the first question is: should Ruud van Nistelrooy go or stay? We talk about this obviously because Ruben Amorim era starts now, starts today. He is matter of fact going to be pending work permit obviously going to be starting work soon, and we can't wait for that new chapter to begin. The other thing that we're going to do today in less than 30 minutes, by the way, is quickly go through Manchester United versus Leicester City match review and do the thing that we always do on this channel, give each player a performance grade and a performance remark. So big shout out to you if you're new here. My name is Botswana Papi. Let's get this show going.
Football Power Hour. Winning it again for Manchester United.
Stephanie says, so today is a half a power hour then. It is. That's a funny comment. Big up to you, Stephanie. Shout out to Yale. Shout out to Kenny Fan TV. I appreciate you guys in the chat already. I want to kindly remind anybody that is new, that is pulling up, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Should Ruud stay? Oh, the question is, what should Ruud do? What would Ruud do? What should Ruud do? Stay or leave? That's the poll right there. That I was actually just sort of writing it out right now. What should Ruud van Nistelrooy do? I asked this question mainly because last time when I checked, maybe like 30 minutes ago, the word on the street was that Amorim, who has now received a police escort from Manchester Airport to Carrington. Let's go. If you are so inclined and so interested like I am, there was obviously Portuguese coverage of his plane leaving Portugal, but here is Amorim. Somewhere in this entourage, not this guy up front here. That's his police escort, but that's the driver. Oh, that's the driver. Where could Amorim be? This one looks empty. Maybe this one is carrying his tactics. Right? That's what I'm deducing from that. That Mercedes in front is carrying his tactics book, and the one at the back is carrying Ruben and his assistants and coaches and so forth. So anyway, the first thing that I want to ask is, should he stay or should he go? There's a poll out. Please let your voice be heard kindly. He was obviously asked prior to leaving Portugal about Ruud van Nistelrooy. He says tomorrow, and this was yesterday, right? He said Ruben Amorim on Ruud van Nistelrooy. About a legend of the club. He did a great job. I have to talk with him tomorrow. Then I will explain everything. Ooh, I will explain everything. I don't think that is if there's explanations. The question was, Ruud, is he gonna get the job or not, Ruben? And he's like, I gotta talk with him tomorrow and I'll explain everything. I think my personal opinion, my inclination, Ruben has had conversations with his assistants and his coaches. Matter of fact, if you're somebody that is curious like me, I don't like leaving stones unturned, So Ruben Amorim, assistant coach, as far as I know, is Adelo Candido. I was looking him up yesterday, but he has a couple of assistants that the Mirror has shared, saying that Carlos Fernandez is another one, Emmanuel Ferro, and goalkeeper coach Jorge Vital, and sports scientist Paulo Barreira will be joining Ruben Amorim at Carrington. Now, I'm sure they have their own WhatsApp group that speaks in Portuguese, but think about it from Mr. Candido's perspective, right? Candido, as far as my research went yesterday, was that like he is the right-hand man since Ruben's days at Casapia. So how does Adelo Candido feel when you know that I've been your man from day one, and now you're gonna take on this job, and apparently other people, he wants the job, and there's gotta be like, if I was Mr. Candido, Senor Candido, I just tell him, bro, I am not gonna be co-assistant. Ten Hag was the first guy for me, in my opinion, that I saw. I was like, who in the world has two assistants? Pep Guardiola, one assistant. Eddie Howe, one assistant. His name, I think, is Jason Tyndall. Arteta, one assistant. Somehow, Eric Ten Hag managed to convince us that two assistants is necessary. And now we're in this period of limbo. Anyway, I want to know what you think. Vote. Stephanie says it's fast driving the car.
Get right here, man.
Oh, big up to Georgie saying Cooper out, Ruud in. Mark thought Amorim will arrive on Wednesday. Typical one. That's too funny, Kenny. Shout out to Yellis said Amorim has arrived in Manchester, but he took his first ticket home since the weather was too cold. Nah, he is in town. Big up, Power News legends. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Let your opinion be heard on Ruud van Nistelrooy. Should he stay? Should he? Ruud to Bayern, company to Chiti. Oh my God. That could be a nice merry-go-round, Stephanie. That could be an actual, Ruud would cook. For me, in yesterday's conversation in the good, bad, and ugly, I mentioned go to Valencia, go to Villarreal, go to Girona, well, maybe Girona is Man City affiliated. Maybe he won't do that. But any team that, or maybe he would do that because they try and play very, very modern attacking football. So, maybe that is just what he needs to just go challenge himself at a new place. And Joe Blackman's opinion was of the opinion that no, he should stay. Watch how Ruben cooks. Watch how he mixes his ingredients. He would learn a lot more, even in the event that Amorim fails. So that is such a very, very, very difficult situation, and I'm sure it's not an easy decision to make for Ruud van Nistelrooy, even though publicly he has told us as the Man United fan base that I signed a 2-year contract as an assistant. Y'all fired the other guy. Don't fire me. And that, as I said, it puts Ruben in a weird position, because the moment Ruben goes through some turbulence, there will be the camp that says the Ruud van Nistelrooy Defense League, RVNDL. They will be there preaching, maybe give it back to Ruud. He brought the feel-good factor. Players were playing well for him, and which is true. Actually, it's a great segue into the conversation that I actually want to have as well today, that how do we rate the players yesterday? So first things first, if you don't know what we are doing here, we always do this. I'm about to share this tab right here so that you see for yourself the these are the grades versus Chelsea. So we're gonna clear that. We know that it was a team grade D. Wow. Oh my God. We were really harsh. But here we go. I think it's important to just, first of all, just judge the players on the performance based on Leicester City. So starting with Andre Onana. So, and also let me share the link in case anybody wants to join me on this conversation. It's fine, even if you don't, even if you just participate from the chat, that's fine too. But trying to make this one a less than 30-minute stream, and it is going to be less than 30 minutes by fire, by force, by might, by prayer, by everything. Big up bots, the Amorim algorithm. Speak soon. Big up Manja. Appreciate you. Happy Monday, fam. Hope you have a blessed, a super great week. Anybody that is tuning in, I appreciate you guys so much. And all the kind souls that have hit the like button. 8 people already. I am blessed. All right. Let's get back to business. So Andre Onana. For me, Onana has to get an A. This is my reasoning. Andre Onana has a clean sheet. Andre Onana, he's actually on 5 clean sheets, by the way. Highest.
Oh my God!
Highest in the league so far. Don't let other things like that are happening make you forget some of the good things that we saw on the pitch yesterday. Andre Onana, clean sheet settings. That's what I'm here for. So I big him up for that. And also, I don't remember him being really tested that much, honestly, even though so I'll maybe roll it down maybe to an A minus, just because he didn't have to pull major save or anything like that. It was just like standard performance from Onana. Quiet night for him. He was lucky that Jamie Vardy had a back problem, and otherwise Jamie Vardy would have asked better questions of Onana, because Jordan Ayew came in, and Jordan Ayew, he's more of a Premier League legend, Premier League bona fide Premier League player, not legend, but like you get what I mean. He's one of those people that has been here for a very long time. So he had one moment that I remember where it was in Didi, and I think it was after we had scored, right? Or maybe it was just before we scored our first goal, but he saved that one moment, and it was Dallo who was keeping Ndidi on side. So that effectively for me was just a very important save at the right time. So that's why I want to give him an A minus. Good 1-on-1 save versus Ndidi, but rather quiet night for him. Let's be honest. And the reason why it was a quiet night is because there was a butcher. There was Lisandro Martinez and De Ligt. That centre-back pairing is just it's just what we need. It was a solid display from Licha, and De Ligt as a pair. But individually, I think De Ligt was slightly better than Martinez, because Martinez had a one clumsily missed challenge on Ayew, and that sort of like gave Leicester City that first opportunity, if you remember correctly. But you know what? He's also I felt like he was going to be injured, when I saw him, like receiving. I think he was on the floor for a little bit, but at the end of the day, he got up, and big up to Lisandro Martinez. And I want to give him, if I give him an A minus, it means he's on par with Onana. So I want to give him a B plus, and this is not a bad B plus. It just means a little rusty, but great performance all around. That is how I look at him, Martinez. And De Ligt, I want to give him an A minus. De Ligt for me was just solid. Marshall, this guy, he is slowly becoming also as good as Mazraoui, in my opinion. You may differ with that. B plus for Licha, says Kenny Fan TV as well. Thank you for agreeing with me. Big up to ATS Travel, says the guy's kicking is awful. All this talk of ball progression keeper, and he's got less assists than De Gea. Dead.
Oh my God!
He's not impressed. ATS Travels is not impressed with Onana's kicking. Let's see, actually. Let's get to the stats as well, because we're using the eye test and the stats test, and I think both of them are very important tests. So when we look at his performance yesterday, Andre Onana, should we revise his accurate passes? 69%. Accurate long balls, 4 out of 15.
Jesus is Lord.
That's 27%, bro. 4 out of 15. He needs to get them long balls. Yo, let's put it in the remarks. Them long balls need to be long. They need to be accurate, bro. Rather quiet night, but poor on the long balls. Thank you for bringing that up to the front, bro. I think, oh Lord, no, it's gonna be a B plus. B plus, B plus. It is. If Leisha gets a B plus, Onana can also get a B plus. I think that is justified. That is justified. Yeah, I appreciate you, ATS Travels, for bringing that up. Because it's always important to have a well-rounded opinion on each player. So, so why are people judging Onana against De Gea? No, 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 no. It's not about against De Gea. It's about R10 is like Onana gets an A, but come on, 27%, 27% on long balls. Nah, 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 nah. Onana has got to do better, in my opinion. Let's just for I know it's that different game, but let's just see what say uh another goalkeeper. Let's just pick a random goalkeeper, random Premier League goalkeeper that is supposedly all right with the long balls. Let's see. Maybe we can look at the stats of, say, Edison. Let's see. Edison, they played Brighton, right? Let's see how many long balls he had. Accurate long balls, 11 out of 15. And they took the same amount of long balls, 73% and 27%. Surely that's got to change something, R10. I hear you want to give, this is not about Onana versus De Gea. This is just modern goalkeeper versus modern goalkeeper. They both, two different games, two different dynamics, tactics, and so forth. I understand that. But just as a sample size, just to judge, if one keeper took 15, if they both took 15 long balls this weekend, and Edison had 11 out of 15, and Onana had 4 out of 15, surely a grade has to be changed. That is where I stand with it. Big up to ATS Travel for leading us into this point of view. Oh, big up to Courts as well in the building. Chow in the house. Hope that you're doing good, Court Star and Chow. If players want Ruud to stay, we need to do the opposite. No sympathy anymore. 110%. No sympathy. Chow, I got to tell you, bro. I got to tell you, yesterday, I thought we're trying to run a football club here. I thought Manchester United is a football club, but yesterday people were just on the feel good foundation settings, bro. It was too much. Everybody yapping about, oh, Garnacho needs to celebrate. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I don't want to dwell on, this is not a Faz weekend. The weekend has ended. This is not, we're not gonna just spend time on that. But anyway, let's go to the next player. Let's go to Mazraoui. Oh, Mazraoui. Back again with another one. I want to start calling Mazraoui DJ Khaled because he just keeps on dropping solid album after album, solid performance after performance. On the left-hand side, bro, Mazraoui, we kept on judging, say, Victor Lindelof saying, well, when he overlaps, because he's right-footed, he has to put the ball on the right. But Mazraoui showed he can be a left back and be right-footed and still be having effective performance. So big shout out to Mazraoui. He actually is the person that crossed that ball in that very dangerous cross, and it led to Bruno Fernandes heading it to his or trying to head it and hit his thigh, and it hit is it Christensen, I think, the Leicester City player. So Mazraoui for me had a solid night. I want to give him, Kenny Fenty, we went with A minus. A minus. Okay. All right. I feel like I agree with that one as well. I was going to give him an A minus. So great performance. Like, we saw him offensively, we saw him defensively, one of the standout performers of the night. Mazraoui, big up yourself. Another person that we have to obviously talk about is Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot was on right back, and I saw Van Nistelrooy being angry with Dalot about his positioning a couple of times. And he was hooked early in the second half. So I think Dalot's performance was way below par. If you're going to compare fullback to fullback, he was, for me, just a solid B. Not B plus, almost B minus actually. But he was the weak link for the night. This is not Dalot on the, last season he was player of the year for us at United, and this year has not been great. But to these ratings are Man United versus Leicester City. and only Man United versus Leicester City in the Premier League. I want to see what my man Costa has to say about these grades so far. Do you agree with anything or disagree with anything I've said? Costa?
I've just pulled out. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, all right, all right, all right. Well,
Can we have the conversation about Mazraoui
yes.
being the best fullback in the league right now?
Ooh,
Oh my
speak on it. I think you're, bro. Who best signing of the summer?
Because I'm thinking, who's playing fullback better than him right now? And he's played left and right.
I can't think of a single player. You can't even talk about Malo Gusto. You can't talk about Trent. You can't talk about who's the City guy? Kyle Walker. You can't talk about, like, they're not doing it. They're not doing it like Mazraoui is doing it. Honestly, for me, signing of the summer, like no other signing is shining like
What,
Mazraoui.
15 million?
Right. That was highway robbery, but thank you, Bayern Munich. Okay, all right. So I'm glad you're here now on the midfield convo. Let's Casemiro for me. Can I tell you something, Costa? Everybody has a way that they look at football is different, and that's what it's all about, variety of opinion. But for me, Casemiro was sliding too much yesterday. There was too many slide tackles. I understand slide tackling is a part of the game, but if you miss the person you're trying to tackle,
yeah, but we know that's Casemiro's game now. He loves a slide tackle. He's that guy who's like, when you play FIFA and you've learned to slide tackle for the first time, so you don't want to stand tackle anymore. Everything has to be a slide. That's Casemiro.
For real. For real,
It's like, right, this is fun. I can slide. And it was raining a little bit in Manchester, so that slide just has a bit more to it. So yeah,
but he missed one and then ended up running to the box and then finally getting the slide tackle again in one phase of play. I remember seeing 2 slide tackles and then like 5 minutes before that, another slide tackle from Casemiro. So for me personally, I would say Casemiro, relax with the sliding, slow down on the sliding.
It made a big difference though, the midfield having 2 naturally more defensive midfielders.
Yeah. As a pair, they complement each other.
Yeah, because there was less space when we did lose the ball for Leicester to.
Yeah. Okay, I'm torn between B+ and A-. Looking at the fact that my team,
I'd say maybe B+, because that's not bad.
Yeah. And Ugarte has to get a solid A. Come on now.
Solid A. Ugarte, he's definitely turning it around. I think the games that I worry for him slightly are against the higher opposition where the pressing from the other team is going to be slightly better. But we'll have to wait and see what that has. We'll have to wait and see. But he's definitely coming into his own as a signing. He's starting to perform better from where he was, because it was looking worrying at first. Obviously needed a bit of time, but
yeah. All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for the time check. We are at 23 minutes. All right. So Ugarte A++ from Wales United. I think a solid A. Tackling monster. That's all I'm just gonna say about him. Let's go to Bruno. Bruno Fernandes.
That was a proper Bruno game, innit? Where he was frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Where you're like, bro, stop giving the ball away. Like, just chill. But then you look at the stat sheet and it's like a goal played a part in another goal and an assist. And you're like, it's like, how do you rank this game? Because in one part, there was a lot of times where you're like, bro, just look after the ball a little bit, please.
Right. Yeah.
But then he does have the output.
As like he was very, very, very careful with the ball in the second half. I think he was looking at it like a B, and then from there he just sort of elevated, and I like the first goal. He took it really well. So the second goal was fortune a little bit, and it's funny because I want to play Leicester City every week now. He had in the Carabao Cup, he had the deflection from the
deflection goal.
There was also like another deflection. So Bruno, yeah, he's in a good moment right now, starting to turn things around. So I want to give him a B plus as well. Like, it's very similar to Casemiro for me. His in terms of grade or performance level. So you know what? Big up to him, and also congratulations on his 250th appearance for Man United. A for Bruno. The chat says A plus. Wow.
Not A minus at best.
Okay. Democracy rules. A minus.
Nah, forget democracy. Forget democracy.
I'm not.
This isn't a chat power hour. This isn't a chat. This is Botswana.
This is half a power hour. We're trying to finish the show in 5 minutes. All right.
All right. Let's go through. Let's go. Half hour, power hour. Let's go. So this isn't even football power hour. It's football half an hour. Half the power. Football power half hour. Let's go.
All right. Let's bring in Kenny Fan TV for this conversation on the attackers. Let's go. Let's start with
yo, Papi, you forgot about Amad Diallo. It looks like Amad is missing.
Oh yes, he's not in this lineup. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's an agenda. Papi's agenda against Diallo. It's an agenda.
No. Don't stop it with the accusations, please.
Why do you hate Ahmad?
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
Stop it, sir. No. All right. Let's go to. All right. Let's start with Hoyland. Kenny Fan TV. What do you think?
Yeah.
He hasn't scored 5, bro.
Holland had a really horrible game in my opinion. It was his worst game of the season in my opinion. So I think, I think in my honest opinion, right? I think like this game showed me that we need a new striker. In my opinion, we need a real starting 11 striker, and. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I see like as a D for Holland.
D.
I don't think you.
Courts D.
I would have said C.
C.
Let's
see C. Because it's not like he had like a lot of one-on-ones.
He just looks isolated all the time.
He spends a lot of time on the floor.
And he spends like leading into defenders. I've got an idea, and I know Ineos like do chemicals and that.
Yeah.
Could we merge Xerxes and Hoyland into one player? I don't know if that's scientifically possible, but you get the hold-up play of Xerxes with the pace of Hoyland, and I think you might have a good player there.
You're onto something, Costa.
Yeah, I actually agree with this ATS travels as well. He spends literally.
I think that's Waj, by the way.
Yeah.
He will become a good striker. I think he has the ingredients, but
his problem is we paid 70 million for him.
He spends half the time fighting.
Hoyland's biggest problem is we bought a developmental striker for 70 million and made him the main guy.
All right.
Exactly.
Right. Anyway, Papi's got to go soon.
Let's keep it moving to Marcus Rashford, Project Rashford, guys.
Yo, Project Rashford at the age of 27. Are you kidding me, Papi?
Right, let's do C or D and move on in it.
Yeah, it's a D for me for Rashford. He was. By the way, what's
this American grading system going on? Can't we just do that between 1 and 10? A plus, B minus.
So maybe 9 and 10 out of 10 is A plus, right? 8 is a B plus, 7 is a just solid B. I think 6 is a C.
C plus, 5 C minus.
Somewhere there.
So is it D or E? Is it D?
It's a D or E. Okay, let's say just D, bro. Because E seems like we're slugging him off. He don't watch the Marcus Rashford compilation versus Leicester because you will change your opinion on him. I saw it this morning, bro, and I was
he was really lost. No, he's really lost.
He needs. And this isn't like an agenda. Yeah. I was watching the game in the second half of my cousin, and I was like, he just needs to leave. He looks so unhappy. And I think wherever he goes, I think he'll be successful again. But it's just not going to be with us. He just looks miserable.
Any letter after C for Rashi. Okay, all right. Let's keep it moving to no, not Garnacho. Let's start with Ahmad because Ahmad was the starter.
Oh, so you put Garnacho before Ahmad, even though Ahmad started. Agenda.
Stop it. Stop the accusations. Okay, Ahmad, how do you guys rate Ahmad's performance? Because Ahmad Diallo.
Yeah, it was good. He was really good today. A minus for me. It was good. A minus.
Can I
A minus, B plus?
Yeah.
I think he should have done better with the chance he had.
You know, it just passed it to Rashford. Like he dribbled 3 players, and right before the halftime break, dribbles 3 players, and all you have to do, Ahmad, is look for your teammate because you know the adrenaline of dribbling. I don't know if you guys have gone past 3 players on the pitch before. Like, you know, there's more adrenaline. You're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be on the front page. You just get a flash of all the things that are happening or gonna happen. But Ahmad, you gotta just look for Rashford. Look for the extra pass. You would be brilliant, undisputed man of the match for me. You know, but still, solid performance from him. Great awareness to find Bruno in the back. I don't know if you guys noticed around the 17th minute, Rashford and they swapped positions and we scored from a throw-in, you know. So that for me, that awareness to just find Bruno with the back heel. I know Rashford would have never done the back heel.
Assist as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
A minus is definitely for me, man. He even got an assist.
Yeah.
Right, Pappy, it's 31 minutes. Let's hurry up.
All right. Last person is non-honorable mention has to go to, because we had some subs like Johnny Evans, Joshua.
Hold that.
You know, Ericsson.
You have a shout out to Ericsson for that reverse pass, by the way, that started the counter attack for Garnacho's goal.
It was.
He took 5 players. He took 5 Leicester players out of the team, out of the game. Sorry, with that reverse pass.
Okay. Great cameo. That's all we're gonna give Ericsson. I think B is a solid grade. What about Garnacho, guys?
B minus maybe, like a B minus.
I'm not mad at B minus. You know, before the goal, it was a stinker. Let's be honest.
I'd say that goal alone makes it at least a B plus, just because that finish. Because I would have said a B. But yes, he was thinking. But that goal alone, the type of finish that is, probably a B plus. But I'm not mad at a B minus.
Yeah. Very good goal. Top bin. We loved it. And at the end of the day, you know, I'd expect that from a winger. You should be finding the top bins, bro. Not like, I mean, he missed one prior, and then from there, like the next time he took the shot, he made sure that it went in. So big up to him, to Garnacho for that. And I'll end the show on this. Between you, Kotstar, and Kenny Fan TV, would you have Garnacho score 10 or 15 Premier League goals and 15 celebrations, or would you have Garnacho score 23 Premier League goals and 7 celebrations?
What kind of foolishness is that question? This question feels like an agenda. I feel like you're trying to back your boy. You're trying to back your boy, innit? I know it. I can see through that.
Get out of here. It was just a question. It's no agenda. Yes, Starlord says 23 goals and 7 celebrations. I'm here for it. Exactly. We want more goals, not celebrations. Please, Garnacho. That's all I'm going to say. What are we trying to do here? Is this a feel-good foundation or a club? You know, Braze is like, celebrations? Look at the Braze's picture, you know? Nobody cares for celebrations, bro. Speak on the pitch with your actions. Anyway, wow. Thank you to all the almost 15 people have voted on Ruud van Nistelrooy, and you wouldn't guess this. It's a 50-50 split. 50% say he should stay. 50% say Ruud van Nistelrooy should go. Jeez, this is so controversial. I don't even know where we stand, where we're gonna go from here. So anyway, What is he saying? Tune into Lee Ghana emergency meeting. I will be there. These are the dreams Papi has on the daily. I went to bed thinking like, these guys, they want to see celebrations and not goals. Shameless, reckless delegation yesterday. Honestly, I'm glad there was a few people that came to back me, but at the end of the day, I understand mental health is important. And for people that didn't tune into yesterday's show, I'm going to end today's show with the same quote that I read. And it goes like this. If you had $86,400 in your bank account and someone stole $10 from you, would you get upset and throw away the remaining amount of 86,390? Or would you just focus on the money that you have left? Because we have 86,400 seconds each day. Don't let it negative 10 seconds, ruin your entire day. My name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. Manchester United versus Leicester City review. Let's have yourselves a lovely day. Today, we're going to have a bunch of shows. That's why I had to get this one out the way ASAP. So I appreciate everybody that contributed to this conversation and everybody that hit the like button. Hey, remember.
Let's just remember, though, right, that, we're not in May. Yeah. Some people are talking and carrying on like we are in May. We're not in May.
Football